Hey guys, Daniel Fleischer, personal trainer here at UNC Wellness. Today we're going to be going over some different exercises for lower body issues. So some very low load, low level exercises that will really help strengthen in through the hips, in through the glutes, in and around the knees. So I'll show you some stretching we can do, some mobility work, and also some strengthening work. If you have a band, you can add that band to a few of these exercises to increase the resistance, but really just your body weight, just the weight of the legs and the lower body enough is enough for being able to overload the muscles. So starting out, we're going to start on our back. So you're going to be doing some glute separation. So this seems like a very easy exercise, but all you're going to be doing is squeezing one glute and then squeezing the other. So you're going to be lying face up, legs are straight out, and all this is trying to get the mind focused in kind of a mind-body connection deal. So you're going to squeeze one glute and then squeeze the other. Squeeze one, squeeze the other. So this is just glute activation here to there. All right. From there, you're going to go into pelvic tilts. Now, pelvic tilt, you want to flatten the low back essentially, but you want to find the two hip bones on the front and just draw them up towards your ribs. All right. So flatten the low back, draw the pelvis up, and then back to neutral. So your natural lane will have an arch in the low back. So what we're trying to do, pelvic tilt, and then flatten the low back, take the arch out. There to there. You're going to do about 12 to 15 of all of these. So here to there. All right, from there, and then the glute bridge. Palms are straight. You can have the hands down by the side, but ideally keep the arms straight out in front of you. This way, you're not cheating into the hands. If you need the assistance, use them, but otherwise you're just going to pop straight up and then right back down. So popping up until you feel the hips fully extend. All right, you want to feel the glutes turn on, and then right back up. And then one variation of that, single leg. So here, come all the way up to the shoulders, right down and up. Okay. Same thing on the opposite side. And right up. So those are very good. You want to work each leg individually so that you know if one side is compensating for the other due to weakness. All right, the next one. We're going to go into a pelvic tilt. We're just going to bring the leg up as far as we can, keeping the knee locked out until you feel that hamstring pull. Once you start to lift that opposite side hip, or that knee starts to bend, you know that's past your natural end range. Your natural end range will be as far as you can get the leg up without any additional compensation from other parts of the body. So we're going to come up, and then you're going to come out to the side, down and around. So all the way up, come out as far as you can without rotating, without falling, without the opposite side knee falling out, coming out, down and around. So up, control in through the hips, out, down and around. So you really have to be focused on where your hips are on this one, okay? If you're here and then you're starting to fall over, or this side's falling out, that means you have some patterning things that are going on. So you only want to go as far as you can comfortably. Again, you don't have to get to your natural end range or to the very end on the first exercise. Work your way into it. Start small and then build from there. All right. Then from there, you're going to go all the way up into a glute bridge, and you're just going to bring one leg up, then the other. So just doing some glute bridge marching, keeping the hips fully extended. When you drop, or when you pick one foot up, your hips are naturally going to want to kind of favor that side, and they're going to drop. So each time you lift one foot, make sure that you reconnect here. Think about extending the hip. So there to there. Don't let the opposite side hip drop. Okay? All right, and then you're going to be coming up, and this is an advanced one, so a lot of people have issues with cramping through the hamstrings on this one, but What you're gonna do, keep the hips up, straighten the leg, drop the foot down, coming up and right down, maintaining that glute bridge position the entire time, all right? So, the next ones are gonna be a leg lift series. Now here, you're working the glute med, so this is a really good exercise, not just for people with lower body issues, but for everyone, because the glute med really helps to stabilize the hips. It's a big factor in runners, and it is a very small muscle. There's an anterior forward or front portion, medial portion, and a posterior portion, which come into play with internal external rotation and also just the leg lift. So that glute med, which attaches right into the ball of the hip there, and then on that hip bone, does that motion right there. So it lifts the leg. It's called abduction, abduction, coming straight up and straight down. What you want to avoid here is getting into the low back at all, or going up too high, or having the hips come forward. So you want to stack the hips. So think the ball of the hip here, you want it to be directly on the ball of the hip of the bottom leg. So if you need to, you can bend that bottom knee. That'll help to add a little more stabilization, but you want to keep kind of the toes in line with the front of the hip there. That way you know that you're extended back far enough. If you're out here, it's going to kind of get into that TFL a little bit more, but be back here, coming up, and again going 12. All right, so that'll be the first one, and then you're going to go into it single leg up. So just to where it crosses the hip, bottom leg comes up, both of them come down. One up, two up, both down. One up, two up, both down. All right, next one, two up, two down. So both of them at the same time. Use this top hand to stabilize if you need to. All right, from there, you're gonna lift the leg, come as far forward as you can, keep it at hip height, point the toe, come back, squeeze the glute, but again, don't arch the low back. So you want about 10 degrees of hip extension. So coming back here, forward, and then back, forward, back. All right, that's the fourth one. The fifth one, lift the leg to where it crosses the hip. So you want the foot above the hip so that glute med is activated. Point the toe, and you can do about the size of a dish plate. You can do 10 in each direction, okay? All right, and then from there, going into clamshell, squeeze the heels together, come right up into a clamshell, okay? You're gonna be about 60 degrees from the hips there. So there to there. Keep squeezing. All right, now from there, we're gonna go into a hip extension with a knee curl. We're gonna start with just a single leg hip extension. So keep the front of the hip down, and you're just coming up and around, all right? The second one on that is gonna be a hip extension with a leg circle. So you're gonna extend the hip first, come up and over. If you want, you can put like a dumbbell or anything that kind of gives you a marker. Put it right on, about 6 inches to a foot away. You're gonna lift the leg, try and clear it, and coming right back down. Again, you want to try and keep the front of the hip, that front hip bone in contact with the ground as much as you can, using the glute, coming up and around, okay? And the next one, knee curl. So here, shorten the hamstring, and then you're going to extend the leg up to get into the glute, okay? So all the way down, straighten the leg, flex the foot, heel up towards the ceiling, down, and up. Okay? And then what you're going to do, you're going to come up into a plank. This is an advanced variation. Come up into a plank, bend the knee, come up, hold, extend, and then drop the foot. Knee curl, extend the hip, extend, and drop the hip. All right. From there, you're going to go into fallbacks. Fallbacks Squeeze the glutes, hips are fully extended, falling back, and then right back up, keeping the toes down towards the floor. There. And what this does, glutes, abs, so it helps strengthen both of those, lengthens the quads, and right back. Put your hips in perfect position to hit all four of those aspects. So the next one, you're going to be all the way down. This one's called a bird dog. Bird dog, you're on all fours, okay? You're going to reach one side out, coming in, opposite side foot comes out. So reach out, try and create as much distance between the fingertips and the toes as you can. So here, reach long, and then switch. There to there.